Okay, so this is Ty Jacobson. It's been a long time here, and I just called up Stephen Shearin. I've got him in the flesh. Stephen, it's been a little while since we've last spoke, and we go back to 2014. But saw that you were dead today on
It's
iHub,
been a few years, and thank heavens I'm not dead. But it was exciting for a minute, thinking that maybe I was. I had to check a couple of times.
well, I saw that, and I gave you a call, and you were gracious enough to say let's talk and catch up, and we had the idea to do a quick video here, and yeah, it's good to talk with you again, and you shared a little bit about some exciting things, actually some things that are in the realm that I'm working in now, and actually really close to home of what I'm working on, as it turns out. So we just for and it was just a fun conversation to have with you. In fact, and I was thinking, well, let's just share this out there with everybody else that maybe hasn't heard from you in a while. So, what do you have new that's going on?
Brother, first of all, it was great to hear from you. There's nothing better than having somebody on the other end of a phone so that you know you're still alive. So great to see you. Great to hear from you. Yeah, it's been. I think we're all in the middle of a pretty unusual time on planet Earth. Certainly, as we go into the roaring 20s here, we cleared out the end of the 20th century. We rolled through the aughts. We hit the teens. Now here we are, 2020. We're doing this whole post-COVID thing, and for me, there's been so much upheaval in the world, and so I've really been looking for things that could provide me with a little more solidarity or certainty as I move forward. And when we first met, I basically was into crypto. Specifically, I'd been hired by American Green to adopt Bitcoin into our age and ID identifying vending machine, which at that point we called ZAS, and now it's AGM. And I wish the best for them and what have you. But of course, we both moved on from that sector. But I have returned to my roots in crypto and tech and what have you. So lately, I've sort of been looking around for something that, as I said, I've always loved Bitcoin, but it's pretty volatile. And so of late, I've kind of stumbled into this pretty cool thing called Sumcoin. And I don't know if you're familiar with it.
That's the part that I blew my mind to know that you are involved, because I'm actually the creator of it, and I don't know how that came to be still, but it was cool to find out that it found you, or you found it. I'm not sure what order that comes in. So thank you to whoever said that you were dead of a drug overdose, because it allowed us to touch base and find out that there's a lot of symmetry still.
Dude, it's not every Friday morning you wake up to find out you're dead.
Yeah, and then that's the funny things like that happen to connect two people up and find out that they might be a world apart, but they're actually right on the same page with some things in life. So
yeah. So some coin, bro, it's pretty incredible. I'm in Nipton, California, which is about an hour, as you might know, south of Vegas. And I'm sitting here at my desk, and I just found this Hong Kong dollar, or it's $10, which is really cool, right? It's got this little clear thing in it. It's like kind of plastic. It's kind of fun. But I'm looking at this and I'm thinking it's like a fun ticket. There's nothing real about this. And for all of us that are involved in the interwebs, you can't hold an email. So, if you're going to do things online, you can't hold a bill and think that I can shove it in my CD drive and it's going to work. And I've always believed this, which is why I got really heavily back into crypto at this point, which is, to your point, how we kind of wandered back through some, which is pretty much incredible, man. A mineable index coin, reducing the volatility and allowing people to have a level of certainty in their portfolio if they're smart enough and wise enough to actually have a crypto position. Some just blew me away, man. So really cool to chat with you about it.
yeah, around things. Yeah.
Well, as I said, everybody cut their teeth in crypto with Bitcoin, and now what we have something north of 2,000 different cryptocurrencies, and they're affinity coins. You got Dogecoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, obviously Bitcoin, itself, and all of them have their purpose, or people wouldn't have done it. But as I was maneuvering my way through the troubled waters of crypto, as we all try to figure out what's going on. I think you might recall, I've always said, as long as the internet is around, there will be crypto. So if you think that the internet's going to go away, then go ahead and turn your back on crypto. But if you actually think the internet's going to be around, and you'd have to be cuckoo not to, then you have to understand that crypto is going to be around. And so once you wrap your head around the fact that crypto is how we do money on the interwebs, then you go, all right, so what's stable, what makes sense, and what have you. So it didn't take me very long to kind of, wade through those waters and eventually stumble into Sumcoin, because, basically my Bitcoin portfolio can go up, down 10, 15%. I can wake up with a heart attack and go like, oh my gosh, something crashed overnight. Well, my Sum portfolio just kind of careens along real steadily, yet always kind of gaining value, much like the Dow Industrial, because it's a composite. So, as opposed to having the volatile risk of coin that can have a run on it, I made my way around to Sumcoin just by doing my own research and looking around, and discovered here's something where I can hedge my crypto position against something that doesn't have that crazy, oh my gosh, I'm a billionaire, oh my gosh, I'm broke kind of volatility to it, like I was going through with Bitcoin. I got into Bitcoin when it was 12 cents. I've lost more wallets than I've owned. Like if I had the wallets that I lost, I'd be a multi-millionaire. And when I finally wrapped my head around not losing wallets anymore, I wanted to reduce that volatility and get involved in something that had a little future to it. And so I guess that kind of led us back together, since you're a big player in Sum yourself. So, pretty awesome to get to talk with somebody who's knowledgeable about it, because this is still the earliest days of crypto. You can go talk to your 10 best friends, and maybe one of them has heard of crypto. So nobody's missed the boat yet. This is the perfect time to get involved in crypto, and Sum is the perfect crypto to get involved in. So, pretty wild to wind up talking to you about it today.
Yeah, man, I love the enthusiasm that you have about it. That's kind of the hope that it was made to solve some problems. You're sitting a little low, too, on your screen, by the way. You're just a little bit cut out on this recording that I'm doing. But, there you go.
Is that better?
Just if I didn't say something, somebody else that's watching this later is going to go, man, I see his mouth up, right?
Right.
But...
Okay. What's that guy? Kilroy was here, right? With just his hands and his eyes over it.
That's right. Yeah, that's from World War II. No, it's funny, man, because, there may have been a bigger impact on me as a trader back in 2014 when you guys were trying to do something with Bitcoin and Zaz.
We're looking forward to using the Zaz machine.
Zaz as in pizzazz. Greg Honen's Herbal Elements store in Eagle Vale, Colorado will soon be the first place where customers can press start on the Zaz machine. At this point, it's only for users of medical marijuana and must be located inside a dispensary. Think of it as a self-serve lane in a grocery store.
Multiple cameras allow us to use some advanced biometrics to make absolutely certain that the person who swiped that card is the actual owner of that card.
Because then I didn't even know what a QR code was. And, so in how things have changed, just not only with the industry, but, my own path in life and knowledge base and everything like that. I love to see how it's gotten around the world, and it's just kind of neat to see how it's landed in your path as well. So, where are you at nowadays?
I'm in Nipton, California, which is about an hour south of Vegas.
Yeah, that's
so.
That's the town that
out here in Nipton, we we don't really align ourselves with any state. We're kind of it's a town of let's see, 18 people. But we have a rich history. And if I have anything to do with it, we're going to be Crypto Town USA in no time at all. Because I guess I'll let the cat out of the bag, man, since you're involved with some. But I'd say there's above a 95% chance that I'm acquiring this town with Sumcoin, because the person who owns it has always been cutting edge, has always kind of looked to the future. This was the most solar town in America 15 years ago. The whole town ran off of solar. There were a lot more people here. The Ivanpah solar facility is down the road, and we're just outside of Vegas, as I said. So it's always been sort of cutting edge out here. But she respects the fact that the internet's not going away, and she's interested in having kind of a position in something crypto. So I suggested to her that she take a major position by allowing me to acquire the town with Sumcoin. And she's amenable to that idea. So hopefully we're going to be the first town purchased with Sumcoin or with crypto. Nobody else has done that.
Well, I'm just sorry, dude. I'm a little brain fried right now. Isn't that the town that the American Green bought? And then
Yes, it is.
I'm also like, so would you? Who's the lady then? Because I don't know.
So this woman, Roxanne, and her husband, Jerry, purchased it back in 1984 for a couple $100,000, and they worked very hard to sustain it as a kind of a resort destination in the high desert. Again, it's got a lot of rich history. Wyatt and his brother, Virgil Earp, from the Tombstone days, all kinds of people, gold mines, different types of mines. It's a mineral-rich area. And they ran it as a sort of this resort town. And American Green, I helped them purchase it because they were going to do marijuana mecca or cannabis cornucopia. And, we worked diligently at that, but it didn't work out for them. But this is the town too tough to die. And so she called me up and said, hey, Steph, could you go up and kind of keep an eye on things as we figure out if I can sell it again or what I can do? So I got up here, and I've been working with her to, just maintain our RV customers and get the store back open and the lottery going. You can't do lottery in Nevada, but we're only 45 minutes from Vegas. So we're a really kind of everybody, when the lotto gets up to over 100 million, like everybody rushes out here to get their tickets. So we have a lot of natural people flow, and a lot of Europeans like to come here because it's got this cool Wild West history. And I didn't want to see the place just sort of die on the vine. And she's a good friend of mine, and she's an awesome lady. And so we were trying to figure out how we could move it forward. And I go, hey, why don't you secure your future by having a position in cryptocurrency? I happen to have access to, enough someone to acquire the town with. Are you interested? And she is. So, instead of the town that's just going to go away, it's going to be the town that we buy with crypto, and it's going to be Crypto Town USA with an ATM. You buy things in town and buy your dinner with Sumcoin. And really just prove the model that this is where everything is going to go. We're inflation resistant. We have something that's not volatile and super fast and easy to use, as you must know. So, it's pretty wild, man.
Yeah, I do. Is that even... I mean, I've heard of people buying like houses, which is proper, but like how big is it? Says 18 people. So you're going to basically buy land with...
Well, we've got 8 acres, and we've got 5 commercial acres. We've got a restaurant, a general store, a hotel. We've got 10 teepees, 5 cabins, 30 RV spaces, and a rich history. So basically $2.5 million, bro, and it's a real town. I mean, this is a town. We've had 200-300 people living here. So, I mean, it seems like nothing because there's only 18 people here at the moment because the population has dwindled. But when we're rocking, man. Don't bother knocking. This place is going off, and it's going to go off again very soon. Anybody who's had their eye on Vegas, between the Vegas Knights and the Raiders moving there, the reality is there's no more land in Vegas, and so it's kind of pushing out this way. So not only that, but there's only 2 rare earth metal mines in the world. One of them is in China, and every cell phone, every guided missile, everything requires rare earth metals. And that mine is right up on the hill. And we have another gold mine out here in Newcastle. So we have the Ivanpah solar facility, and we've got tourism. So there's a lot of people coming through, a lot of activity here, a lot of excitement. And we're going to, hedge our bets on the fact that crypto is the future. And so we're buying the town with Crypto Town USA, man.
So if you were to buy the town right now, you're saying you're going to get an entire town, like it's got its own zip code and everything, or you're going to
92364, brother.
You're buying a zip code for, I mean, you can do the math yourself at 2.5 million in the going rate of Sumcoin. That's impressive. I think that would probably be unprecedented. I'm assuming you've done a lot of legal work on this, and
oh yeah,
that's yeah,
a lot of legal work, and we're not stopping with the town, man. I want to buy and sell razor rides, dinners, stays in the hotel. I mean, I fully expect people to come through here and do their financial transactions using cryptocurrency, and that's what we're looking to put crypto on the map, specifically through Sumcoin, but not, look, if you want to come and spend Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, doesn't really matter. We're agnostic. I just happen to be a huge believer in Sumcoin.
Huh. Now,
yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just kind of mind blown. You said that you were involved in Sumcoin, but and Bitcoin and everything else like it, but it's like, in hindsight, with where we met each other at and what you were trying to do with a vending machine, and now, that's really big. I did hear about Nipton a while back.
Well, it's pretty ironic you say hindsight, because isn't hindsight 2020? And isn't this 2020?
Yeah. No, you should, yeah. Hey,
so I guess everything just kind of comes together.
Well, you look good, man. I'm glad that you're not dead. I'm glad that you're okay, and
makes two of us.
I don't know why people would have said what they did, but I want to thank them, because if it weren't for their misleadings, I wouldn't have reached out to you and been able to catch up. So,
brother, it's great to be alive. You look great. Can't wait to catch up with you more. Maybe we can connect in Vegas, or let's make a trip or do something. But you look fantastic. Great to hear from you. And hopefully we can have another conversation like this as I tell you how well the purchase of the town goes. And come on down, man. Visit, stay in the hotel. We have great food here and lots of fun. I mean, it's a trippy place. We got ghosts and history and all kinds of wildness. And Crypto Town USA, bro. Come on down to Sumtown.
Come on down to Sumtown. Well, hey, is it okay? I was just thinking to post this to iHub. Is it okay if I posted this to one of the Sumcoin chat groups as well, just since they got brought up so heavily? Because I just want to do proof of life.
I'd be honored. I appreciate that. And we've always been candid. We've always been truthful. There's nothing I've said here that I wouldn't stand behind. So post it wherever you want. Like they say, if you're going to send an email, be prepared for it to show up on the front page of the New York Times, right? If you're going to do a video chat with your old bro Ty, be prepared for it to show up somewhere. So post it, let it out there, let the world know what's going on, and invite them all to come hang out with us, and let's do something.
Let's do something. Yeah. Are you going to be able? Yeah. Are you just going to be making the coin available for people to purchase if you do an ATM? And I'm assuming that you've looked into the regulatory of that. And I'm just saying, like, my engineer brain is kind of frying right now because I'm thinking about the tech side, and I'm hopefully maybe we should talk more about that, and then the regulatory side, because those are all things to just be weary about. I'll talk to you about that. I just want to make sure
I've cleared the regulatory hurdles, but the short answer is yes. We'll have an ATM. You can bring out your cash, convert it to some, then you can walk around, flip a QR code, and buy your dinner, and you don't have to fool around with change and all that crazy 20th century garbage. Get down and get busy with the 21st century and cryptocurrency. So yeah, you're able to buy and sell your crypto here. Liquidity is growing. It's not like you can roll in 1,000 in Sumcoin and pull 1,000 out of an ATM. That's not realistic yet. but that's where we're headed. I mean, you couldn't Google something in 1999, and now you can't get away from Google, right? So we're kind of at that nexus, and we're coming on, and that's why I'm excited about it. So, yeah, you can't pull $500 out of an ATM right now with some, but probably you could pull $100 out, once we get it rolling, so no guarantees, and we're working toward that. But we have the technology, we have the ATM on its way here, we have the Sumcoin.
You've got everything that you need there, though, if you've already got places or ways to, you're using it as a means of exchange for things that people intended cryptocurrency to be that aren't really pushing themselves over that edge. So you're kind of like, what's coming to my mind is like Boca Chica, Texas, I mean, there were some cows, then there was some metal, and now there's rockets that are doing 150-meter flights, So don't beget small beginnings, right? So that's cool, man.
You know
I appreciate
what?
the story.
You crawl, you walk, you run, and then you buy a Tesla.
There you go. Yeah, I've done that. So they're pretty cool, too.
And they're done that. Yeah.
So,
Sumcoin for the win.
Yeah, I did actually buy it with Sumcoin. So that was cool.
Tesla with Sumcoin.
They kind of shake themselves. They kind of shake themselves apart a little bit. I don't know what's going on with the body panels, but to be continued on that, man. Hey, we'll chat again here soon. Wish you the best on what you got going there. That's exciting. I'll have to try to make a trip and visit you, and we'll catch up again soon. All right.
Yeah, please do, my brother. Fabulous to see you, man. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you reaching out. And yeah, contrary to popular belief, I'm still kicking.